All right, guys, Ronnie here from Dem TCG, and I'm with.
What's up, man? It's Christian. How are y'all?
Doing good, doing good. So, tell us what you did, man.
We had locals last night, and I went first place 5-0 with my Charmer deck.
Charmers.
Yeah, Charmers. It's pretty awesome, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're gonna hit him up with the deck profile, right?
Yep. Yeah, you ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
All right, for sure. So first off, we got one of each Charmer. You have to play each one if you're playing Charmers. It's just a rule. I can't really explain their effects. They're just vanillas to me. But yeah, you play all four just so you can you get access into all four different Link monsters. And yeah, I can show you some combos with these guys later. But yeah, that's the start. Then you have 3 Fairy Tail Lunas. This girl's really good. She's 1850, which map comes up a lot, and she searches any of your Charmer monsters. So it's pretty much the fifth. It's pretty much the 5th Charmer. It's unofficial, but she's pretty much a 5th Charmer. So she's pretty cool. You play 3 of these. Next, you play 3 Nefarious Archfiends, and you play I played 1 Gillosaurus, and I played 2 Tenyi Adharis. So what these guys all do is these are all level 4 level Earth monsters that can special summon themselves. And why that comes up is because you need this, and any spellcaster, and any of these guys gets you into this guy. This guy is your main guy you want to get into. So this is the Awakening of the Possessed, the Earth one. And so this guy, he inherits himself from the deck, and he brings back someone else, and he searches your trap card, which is one of the best cards in your deck. And I'll get into it later. I'll show you guys a quick combo of why you use this guy. But yeah, that's the main point of the deck, is try to get this guy out. He's the best Awakening of the Possessed monster that we have. So that's it for that. Next, I'm sorry guys, but you have to play the Dogmatica engine in this deck. It's just the best version of it. So you play 1 Ashian. The reason why I play this card, this guy's the worst one, but you play this guy because you send off Magician Souls. 1 Dogmatica Maximus. I only play 1 Fleur-de-Lis. You don't need to play 2. It rarely comes up when you need 2, so 1's just perfect. And of course 3 Ecclesias. So yeah, that's how Dogmatica monsters you're playing. Ecclesia is so good in this set because it has 1500 defense. So you can summon this girl off all your your trap cards, so it's really good. So yeah, that's it for the Dogmatica monsters. I don't really need to get in too deep into what these guys do because it's Dogmatica.
All right.
Yeah. Then as I mentioned earlier, we have 3 souls.
Ooh,
it's a good.
souls.
Yep. It's a nice little tech. It's spellcaster. It's also a free special summon. And like I said earlier, the main person you send off this is the Ashian, because Ashian actually has 1500 defense, and having a target in your graveyard for your trap card is really good. So yeah, 3 Magician Souls. You don't have to play this, but I recommend you do because it's just so good with the deck. It's just a free extender. So you have that, and then I'm playing the Dragoon package, so 1 Red Eyes, and then 1 Dark Magician, and then 1 Red Eyes Fusion. Yeah, just Dragoon package. It's just you're playing a rogue deck, so you need to play cards that are somewhat good, so you have to play the Dragoon package.
Makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, so it's pretty good.
All right.
So onto the spell cards, you play 1 Cobblard Grave. It's not 1, but if you're playing a rogue deck, you need to play it, because if you get hand trapped, it's pretty doomed. So you just have to play the 1 of. Then next you have 3 Spirit Charmers, and then 1 Awakening of the Possessed. So these are your 4 Charmer spells. This one is a discard 1, search. You pretty much add 2 cards. Well, you add 1 and you set 1. So this is pretty much a really good Rhoda. And then this girl is really good. Each time you summon a Charmer or any 1850 monster, so pretty much if you summon Lunalight Luna, you draw 1 card. And then it also boosts up your monsters by 300 points each for each different attribute you have. So this makes your Charmers just like 2k beaters, and it's a +1 each turn you summon a Charmer. It's so good. It's very underrated, and you only need to play 1 because you're playing Spirit Charmers, so it's easily searchable. And if it's ever in the graveyard, you can actually bring it back with your trap card. So
Awesome, bro.
it's pretty good. Next, you play the 3 Nadir Servants for the Dogmatica engine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you open this card, it's just pretty much it's so strong.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a +3. It's the best Rhoda in the game. Yeah, you have to play 3 of it. And then I'm not playing any hand traps as you guys saw in the main. So if I go second, I play 3 droplets just in case I go second. You're going first deck, so you play these 3 just to break boards if you need to. Yeah, it's really good, and it's the only honestly, so the only going second card you can actually play in the deck. Yeah, it's super strong, and you gotta invest into this card.
What do you think about Dark Ruler no more, man?
It's a really good card. I would side it. I wouldn't main Dark Ruler no more.
Okay.
Because first, if you're going second deck, then you can main it. But if you're going first deck, you don't want to main Dark Ruler no more.
Gotcha.
It's a good side deck card though. Next, for my last spell cards, the tech is Secret Village. You honestly don't have to play this card, but I choose to play it because it's a game-winning card. I have a bunch of spellcasters in my deck, so I never get locked into it. I lock my opponents most of the time. It's super good against like any matchups that don't have spellcasters. So it's really good against Eldritch. It's really good against Zeus, Dragon Link, Infernoble. It's just so good against so many matchups. You're not gonna search it, so if it only comes up when you see it, but it's still really good. So I play it.
Nice, man.
Then up to your trap cards. This is the best trap card in the deck right here. Possessed Partnership. So you actually search this card with the Earth monster I showed you guys earlier. So what this guy does is a monster reborns any monster with 1500 defense from your hand or graveyard, and then you pop a face-up card on the field. So you can use this to bring back any Charmers, but you can also use this to summon back Ecclesia, which is really good. So you can summon back Ecclesia and obviously Ecclesia Search, and you pop a face-up card. It's just so good, and this card is what pretty much won most of my matchup against Zeus. We got that. Next, we have one Unpossessed. Just one of him. He's okay. He's not like one of the cards you really need to see, but it's a helpful effect. So what it does is, if any of your monsters get destroyed, you summon any spellcaster with 1500 defense from your deck with a different attribute than what was destroyed. So, for example, if you have like any of the Charmers, if it gets destroyed by card effect or battle, this guy will trigger, and you can actually bring out Ecclesia from your deck. So it's really good with that fact. Yeah, that's the main effect you use for it. Is that if anything gets popped, you summon anything from your deck. So it's pretty good. Next up, to finish off my Dogmatica engine, I have one Dogmatica Punishment and then one Shaddoll Schism. So I am playing the Shaddoll engine in my extra deck, and it's just so good. If I get this guy set, it's pretty game ending because I usually have Vinda and then I usually have Dragoon, so it's really good. That's it for the main deck. All right, so now off to the extra deck. Of course, we have each Starlight in the game right here.
Oh, dude, you're flexing, bro.
Yes, sir. So you actually need the Starlights to play this deck. You cannot play this deck if you don't have the Starlights. It's just a rule. Yeah, I'm sorry. So you have to invest your money into these cards.
Oh,
but
that's beautiful, man.
yeah, you play one of each. Like you play one of each Charmer in the main deck, because it can come up. It's really good. The main one that comes up is Alsa, because of so many Zoo players right now in the game. So she comes up a lot. So is Hida. Hida comes up a lot. These two rarely come up, but you still play one of each because it's Charmers. So yeah, it's really good. Gotta be careful. Next, we play one Nightmare Unicorn. It's just a generic rank 3 or link 3. One access code and then Celine. This package is really good. Since most of your deck is spellcasters, this is actually really easy to get out and use its effect live. And one Petaplant Anaconda for the Dragoon package. I play one Omega. I add an extra slot in here, so I use it for Omega, so I can send it off Maximus and recycle cards from the graveyard. Obviously, one Dragoon, one Ash Dragon for your Dogmatica engine, and then you play one Winda and then one App Clone. I'm not playing Construct because I just don't have. I choose not to. I'd rather have the Omega than the Construct because you don't. The only reason why you want to play Construct is if you don't want to discard a card from your hand. But with this deck, you can afford to actually discard cards because you might just bring it back with one of your trap cards anyway. So I choose not to play the Construct. And then to round it off, I'll play 2 Entis because it's just really strong with Punishment and then Maximus, so you can just pop cards easily. So yeah, that rounds off my extra deck. So
Awesome.
that's that, and then we can go off to the side.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So side deck, I have 3 Nibiru, the Gamma package, and I have 2 Drolls. So I'm playing these guys. This is mainly, the Nibiru's and Gammas are mainly for the virtual world matchup, because Gamma just is the only card I can out BFD. So that card's really good, and then Nibiru for the virtual world matchup as well. And then Drolls and Nibirus are mainly for the top 2 decks, which is Infernobles and Dragon Link. So these cards are really good against them. Next you have I played double Cyclone and one Harpy's Feather Duster. These are for the back row matchups. The reason why I play Cosmic Cyclone is because there's a lot of Eldritch players out there right now, and so this card's just really good against them. So it stops their cards from resolving, and it also like makes sure it banishes them so that they can't like recur cards. So it's really good. And obviously the one Harpy's Feather Duster because it's just broken. And the last cards I have is Triple Tactics Talent. My reason behind this card, is because it was either this or Dark Ruler. But if you play Dark Ruler, you have to have a deck that can wipe out a board, and my deck can't really do that unless I resolve Dragoon. So instead, I just chose to do Triple Tactics Talent because one of my hardest outs is actually the Dragoon itself. So having this card is just if you take Dragoon with this card, you just win the game. It's just Ronnie knows. So yeah.
All right.
That's it for the profile, and then I can actually show a quick combo with the Charmers real quick if you want, if I can.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah. So all right, guys. So I have like a basic combo. So I have an opening hand. You say you have one Charmer, one of the Earths that special summon itself, and then 3 random cards. So here's what we're gonna do. So the first, so you want to do is normal summon one of your Charmer. Next, you special summon this guy because you have a spellcaster. You send these 2 off, and you're gonna inherently summon from your main deck the Awakening of the Possessed, the Earth one. So when this guy is summoned, he brings back one of these 2 from the grave. It doesn't really matter who you bring back because you're just gonna lick it off. So just bring this one back. Next you're gonna lick these 2 off into your Petal Plant. Next, because this guy was sent from field to graveyard, his effect will trigger, and you get to search the trap card from your main deck to your hand. So that's really good. So the reason why I play this card is because it searches this card. This card is just so strong. It's a free pop, and obviously you resolve Anaconda, bring out Red Eyes Dragoon. So now you have Dragoon. You have Petal Plant. I mean, Petal Plant's nothing, and then you have a set trap. You have a pop on your opponent's turn. So it's really good. And obviously this is only off 2 cards, and then you have 3 random cards in your hand. So imagine like you might have like Secret Villages, which would just end the game right there. The Dearest Servant maybe, or even like something simple like a Dogmatic Punishment. Like you could use 3 random cards. So this is what my hands were looking like yesterday when I got first place. So yeah, that's just a sample of a combo with this deck. So yeah, it's really good. And it was a lot of fun playing Charmers, and yeah. So that's it for a quick combo, guys. And yeah, we can bring it back to Ronnie.
So that does it for the deck profile and the combo. So Christian, tell me about your matchups for this tournament.
So yesterday I played 3 Zoo matchups. 2 of them were Zoo Eldlik. I played 1 Alistair Eldlik Dogmatica, and then my last matchup was, or one of my matchups was Mathematician. So we don't really count that as a matchup, but yeah. So yeah, a lot of Zoo players right now. I can see why Zoo's a really good deck. It's cheap too. And it's pretty simple, so yeah, I can see why Zeus are popular right now.
What would you say was like your hardest matchup?
Honestly, I 2-0'd everybody yesterday.
Okay.
So like I don't know, like
Not bad.
I don't know, like Zeus, it's like it's a good matchup, but like I just have a good matchup against Zeus because they're not a combo deck, so like if they go first, they usually set up with a Trident, and that's an easy board to break. If I go first against Zeus, and if I had that combo I showed you guys with the trap card and the Dragoon, they can't break that board because I don't need to negate anything with Dragoon as long as I have my trap card. If they try to go into battle phase, then I just use my trap card to pop the monster, and they can't go into AA Zeus. So if they can't not Dogmatica. Zoos are only good because of AA Zeus. So if you deny them from going to that monster, you're pretty much gonna win the game. So
For sure.
yeah, Zeus, it's a pretty easy matchup. Against the Invoked deck, it was kind of back and forth, but I think what won me the game was just one of the games I opened Secret Village, and that just ended it because I would just pop his Alistair and he can't do anything. So honestly, my hardest matchups are the top 2 decks in my opinion, which is Dragon Link and Infernoble. Luckily I didn't see any of that yesterday because as you guys saw, I don't main any hand traps in the main deck. So if a combo deck just goes off on me and they win dash roll, it's pretty much doomed for me. But luckily I didn't see that yesterday, so
awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much the matchups.
Any changes you would make to the deck?
Any changes? There wasn't one time where I regretted anything in my deck. It's a rogue deck, so it's like you can't really add more because then we'll just be inconsistent. So I like my deck where it is. Actually, if there was one change, I would instead of cyclones, I would have lightning storms. But I don't have lightning storms right now, so
yeah, for sure. Where can people follow you, man?
You can follow me on IG. My IG is at CP3x7, so you can follow me on there. I don't really post much ego stuff on there, but if you want to follow me, go ahead.
Awesome. And any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, shout out to Ronnie at TCG. That's my man. The mat's right here for you guys. So that's my man right here. Shout out to him. Quick shout out to my friends Berlin and Junior. They're my main test playing buddies. So shout out to them. And shout out to Ron that hosts the tournaments for us at Vegas. So that's pretty cool of them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so send them off, man.
All right, so yeah, follow my man Ron here at them TCG videos. They're awesome, and this mat is super clean, and they're actually giving one away at 250 subscribers, man. So share this video a lot, share it, link it, subscribe down below, get this to 250, and someone will win this super clean mat.
Yeah. Yep. And check out those charters one more time.
Yes, sir.
Man. All right, guys. So this is Ronnie signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed the profile. See you guys.